What's up, guys?
You get to see Daddy later, okay? You get to see him later. All right.
And I got my birth certificate, my son's birth certificate, where it shows that I'm the dad. And so what I'm doing is headed to his daycare to see if they'll let me pick him up. I was a stay-at-home dad too, so he has a real close bond to me, you know.
How long has it been since you've seen him?
It's been about a month. And I've just seen him sporadically in the last few months. So, yeah, he definitely needs his dad. Definitely needs his dad. All he does is all we do is play basketball. And so this birth certificate is an official birth certificate. It shows that I'm the legal dad. And so what I'm doing is going to try to pick up my son because my ex-spouse has been keeping him from me. And basically, because she's keeping him from me, I can't, you know, I want to see him. He wants to see me, so I'm going to just take him out for a walk and stuff and hang out with him for a little bit. But, we'll see what happens. I'm nervous. I'm nervous as hell. So, it's always scary because it's like I don't have any constitutional rights in this country. And the police are constantly trying to criminalize me, even though I have no criminal record. So, I have no criminal record, but at every point, just for trying to see my son, they're trying to give me a criminal record, you know? They're trying to give me a criminal record, and it's just a really scary environment. So, very scary environment, so. This one? This one right here? This one? You gonna shoot? Okay. Ready? Okay, ready? Shoot!
Hey, I heard you lived in the office. I heard you lived in the
No, what? Yeah, it was.
You lived there now?
I live here in the gym now. Mama kicked me out to the pool.
We got.
But maybe she's hurt, I don't know, emotionally. But I'm like, don't take it out on him, you know?
Yeah.
I understand that we didn't work out and we have our disagreements about relationships, but you know, I'm not a criminal. She's not a criminal. I think that I won't let myself get arrested, so I'll walk away, even though I feel like I can assert my rights. You know what I mean? So, and you know, get arrested and then win in court. But I don't want to go through that process because it's stressful for my family, stressful for myself to go through that process. But what I do want to show is the reality of the world as a reflection through my life. And this life shows that I can't even see my own son.
Here to take our picture?
Huh?
You here to take our picture?
Only if you want me to.
Well, I was just.
Well, you look all pretty with your earrings, so yeah, sure.
Oh, okay.
He's here to pick up his son. We're pulling the list and walking through our normal procedures and ID and doing all that kind of stuff.
All right. Yeah, we have court orders of custody agreements.
Visitation is on Sundays.
Oh, okay. That this is no longer valid.
Do you have something that's more current? We have to go with
We don't have
whatever
a court
we
order.
have.
There's no court order that's
I have
valid.
nothing that says this isn't valid.
Okay. What do you need?
Something that's valid.
Something that's dated after this, then.
Yeah.
Something that's dated after this? Okay, give me a second. Let me pull something from my phone.
Okay.
And let me see if I can, because we did it all electronically. So,
Okay.
My son?
Okay. Is there a reason why you think that they would call the cops, or is there some
Who?
issues with custody, or what's going on?
We have a custody date from Monday. That's it.
I'm sorry?
We have a custody court date on Monday. That's all
Is
we have.
upcoming Monday?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have paperwork showing that you have custody or shared custody with you?
No, that's what I was looking for on my phone. But I was going to go to the courthouse and grab a copy of it, showing that there's no custody arrangement right now.
Okay.
So then I'll bring it back and show them. But hi, I'm stay-at-home daddy, and this is my first day staying at home with my newborn son. Yay, Malachi!
Somebody that saying that they're here to pick up a child and they don't have paperwork showing that they have authorization to pick up a child. Right, if it was your kid, you'd want us to make sure nobody else picks up your kid except you and the people that.
No, I understand.
That's why they called us.
Okay,
that's
so this is the struggle that I go through to see my son, you know, and I understand the cops. I'm not blaming the cops, man. They want to protect the child, and they trust the mother, and I want them to trust the mother, because generally the mother is trustworthy, but in this case, the mother is being, you know, selfish. In our modern day, mothers can't steal children. You know, back in the day, I even talked to my grandma, and she stole my dad from his dad. And, you know, in the 50s, how could you find someone? You know, in the 60s and the 70s, when my dad was raised, how could you find someone?
Oh, so the custody is still pending?
Right, so there's no
Because you weren't
custody
there.
arrangement. So we overturned that document.
Right, so right now there are no custody arrangements for us to make a decision on.
Right, so
And
then it's just I have as much right as she does since I'm the legal father.
We actually don't even have anything that says that.
I have a birth certificate, so I can show you that.
I'm assuming some of this says it.
I have a birth certificate, so I'll show you
Okay,
that.
well, I don't need to see it right now.
Sure, we'll wait. We'll just
And the
process
police
it.
are gonna come because it's our policy, we have to do
I
that.
understand.
No longer went to play along that cherry lane. By his lifelong friend, he was 50.
And just, you know, me and the mom just can't agree. So that's why I had to have the court order and stuff.
Yeah,
And
I'll say
so-
it's tough with divorce and stuff like that sometimes, especially when you got kids involved.
Yeah, it's real tough. I talked to my grandma this past weekend, you know, and she told me the same thing, that she feels like she has a right to her children, and she got, you know, divorced from my dad's dad, and he never saw my dad again. So back in the 60s, you didn't have social media technology.
Yeah.
So hopefully with today, that doesn't happen anymore. But it's very possible, you know. So I'm just trying to fight to make sure that you know, I can be in his life. And also, I recognize though that even my grandma feels that it's her kid and it's her right.
Yeah.
So I understand why society protects the mother's right, and I respect that. So I'm not trying to overturn or that, because, you know, even my grandma felt the same way about her child.
Yeah.
You know, that it was her child, and that it was her right to do what she wanted with him. And, you know, back in the day, you just couldn't contact people because you couldn't find them, right? But today we have so many different measures like Facebook and social media technology that we can hopefully stay in touch and work things out. But, you know, this is important for me to assert my rights because, one, my son wants to see me, and then two, I want her to know that, you know, this isn't the 60s and 70s. Like, you have to, you may not want to work with me, but you had a child with me just as I had a child with you, so we have to work together. So hopefully she'll work together. So, and whatever process comes from here, hopefully that'll motivate her, saying that you know, she needs to work with the father. You know, it should.
So by all means, I hear where you come from. I want to give you the benefit of the doubt and the due justice that you deserve as a parent. And, you know, we talked earlier before you left. You said, let me go get the court documents. You didn't have them on the stand. Very cooperative, very calm.
Yes, sir.
Articulate. You went, we left. You came back, you provided this court document.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So, thank you.
Yes, sir.
I called the clerk's office myself and spoke to the judge's clerk that signed this form so she can clearly
Clarify for you.
explain what this means.
Right.
Okay? I wasn't able to talk to the judge, but I did talk to the clerk.
Okay.
Who was there, all right? According to the clerk, this, and she has the judgment from the December 14th.
Right.
So she had this and she had that.
Right.
Based on this, it says that yes, you do have that Lodonica, even though it said she had sole custody in that December 14th, that this paper makes that go away.
Right.
So, which means that you would both have custody.
Right.
But you aren't listed as an authorized person to release a child from the daycare. Okay. And the clerk said that since your name wasn't on it during the enrollment process, the judge would have to provide another piece of paper, another order saying LaDonica has to add you to the release paperwork with the child care center.
Okay.
Only if the judge gives us an order stating that you must be added to the release of child care form for here, are they going to be able to release the child to you from this location? Okay. I'm not debating whether you have custody.
Yeah, I'm not going to debate. I'm just listening.
But it's not on their form.
Okay.
And this does override that December 14th,
Yes, sir.
but it doesn't override that you're not listed on the authority release form.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Right. Clarify. The position is that I need a court order that says I can come pick him up before I can pick him up, right? That's what that's
Pretty
the
much.
position right
It
now.
needs to say that you can pick them up, or it needs to say that the judge is ordering them to add you to the list. One or the other. Same thing.
I see. Okay.
Pretty much the judge needs to say that they have to be able to release the child to you as well.
Okay.
Or, which means they would have to add you to their form.
Okay.
But since you weren't a part of the enrollment process and LaDonica was the only one that filled out the form,
Right.
from their standpoint, they can only legally release a
And
child to her.
what did Donica? Did y'all contact Donica, and what did she say?
Exactly the same.
She said, okay, so she wasn't giving authorization, right?
Yeah.
She wasn't going to give me authorization.
Yeah,
So
I just got a phone.
Just to clarify, LaDonica declined authorization for me to pick him up?
Yes.
Okay. It's just emotionally overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's like fighting for your basic rights to see your kid. It's kind of stressful. So I could see with the need for a lawyer, just so that I can take an emotional break from it. Because my biggest challenge is to make sure that I leave my emotions out of it.
Yeah.
Because I have to directly deal with the judge, and she can't deal with somebody that's emotionally irrational. Yeah. So I have to be really calm, and I have to process the emotions really fast as they come up. Just kind of like what you have to do sometimes in your job. The way I'm not trying to push. I know I have a right to push really hard on this issue. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just asserting my rights in a reasonable manner. So I'm not. If she comes and picks him up, I'm not going to object, and I'll just go about my way as long as there's no other issues.
Okay.
But at the same time, I recognize legally that I have a right to push really hard on this issue, but I'm not going to. I'm not here to cause trouble or to make you guys make a tough call. Okay. It's better actually that I don't see him, because if I only see him for an hour or two, he gets so emotional. Yeah. He just screams for that, like for me to stay. He doesn't understand. I hate seeing him break like that. So
it's tough.
But I have to make my effort to satisfy to show that I'm trying to be a father to the judge. Like, how's it going, man? Say hi to the camera. Say hi to your friends, your fans. Yeah. Good. So yeah, everyone, just got baby Malachi asleep. I'm about to do these dishes. Let me just go check on them. Good morning, Bubba. Good morning, son. Hey. How's it going? You ready to go? Kisses. Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the in sorrow. Green scales fell like the rain.
Make it easier on yourself. Like he was telling you, don't get yourself in a bind.
Yeah. I have a right to pick up my son today, and I could push it, but the cops aren't going to let me do it. I don't want to make them the bad guys and have to arrest me, nor do I want to get arrested. So I'm living to fight another day.
So much better when everybody keeps it civil.
Yeah,
When
exactly.
everybody gets, when all this emotion gets involved, and people get real high strung, and all of a sudden things just start going downhill. It just makes it worse for the kids.
Yeah, well, luckily for me, the only reason I've survived this is because, again, and this is not my first time having to go through a process with the police and involving him. But I don't have any criminal charges, so I'm good. They checked already. But the reason I was able to maintain my sanity and be able to interact with you guys healthy, I believe, is because when I was like 15, I was like a Christian minister. And I took it serious. And so I read the Bible, and a lot of that was kind of self-development, like develop your personality, develop a calm demeanor, confront a situation and be able to relax and calm down from it. And I really feel like that's the difference in maybe some other guys that maybe lose their temper and act a little too emotional and get a little too dangerous, And so I feel that, that's helped me be able to so far stay in a healthy interaction with everyone without acting emotionally or, out of anger or out of any other, emotion that can lead to a negative problem,
It's
so
good you have that anchor.
Yeah. So
that's something you can fall back on.
Yeah, it's definitely been an anchor for me. So, and that's another reason why I just want to be part of his life, because those are the things that a daddy can share with him that mommy can't really necessarily share with him. It's just the sports related stuff that to help him stay healthy and to help him stay confident. And she's great at some other stuff, motherly stuff, but some of the things that I want to help him with, because I experienced it as a man, as a guy growing up. I want to be able to make his life a little easier,
help him through.
So yeah, and that's why I'm fighting to be a dad so much. But
I can appreciate you wanting to be involved.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to choose the right person and then stay committed, in a great healthy relationship. But I didn't want to give up on my son. It's easier to give up on him, right? Now I'm realizing it's easier to abandon him because of all this pressure, all this interactions and stuff. But I just keep faith that one day he's gonna need me, and I can be there for him, and that's how I maintain my positivity. Yeah. Just to say, hey, relax, just stick through it day by day, and then eventually you'll be there for him, because I feel pain like that he can't see me as much as he wants, and so for me to just say he's gonna be okay. Yeah. Like he can make it, he can do it, but just be ready to be there for him when you can. When the process allows you to be. So for the mothers raising their kids without the dad, that's where I want to come in, because at least with my kids for sure, is to say, how can you interact with the world in a relaxed temperament so that you can be successful in what you want to do without causing unnecessary problems. So, it just causes disagreements that cause problems probably for other kids. There was a kid that was expelled from another school that went to Kelly Lane. Yeah. And right before I knew it because I've been to school, you've been to school. At some point, someone's going to try to fight you. Yeah. And you got to protect yourself. So I told my son, just put your hands up and block so you don't get hurt. I said, you don't have to swing back. So don't swing back, just protect yourself. And sure enough, the kid that was expelled, he had a lot of problems fighting and stuff. He went to their school and he attacked them. And all my son did was exactly what I told him to do, was just put his hands up and to protect himself. And he didn't swing back. And I told him not to swing back because I said, even if you could win that fight and we're right to win it, that kid is, that too, but the kid is crazy. Obviously the kid's emotionally hurt. Yeah. So you don't know if he's going to come back with a gun or knife out of anger. Yeah. So just let him be and let him, you're loved, you have a good family, so,
Let him think he's got the victory?
Yeah, let him have the victory, but just don't let him hurt you, though. I didn't want him to get hurt, my son to get hurt, so.
Got it. Oh, man, you're good to go.
Oh, I was just going to show you a quick just show him, there you go. Let's see, that's just me. We just go to the gym, just play some basketball, it's pretty much all we do. He just throws it up in the air at the goal. That's all we do. That's all I'm fighting for.
I appreciate your cooperation, man.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
Good luck in court.
Hey.
Everything works out.
Thank you, man. I appreciate your help.